Mr. Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing out there? All right, for those who have not seen this footage, it is on my website. Fast forward to like the 12-minute mark. Vic Mensa was on Everyday Struggle. Shout out to Complex and Everyday Struggle. Great content coming from that show. Vic Mensa was on Everyday Struggle alongside Joe Budden, Nadeska, and Akademiks. And for those who don't know what that is, it's a debate style show that comes on every day. It's like the first take of hip hop right now. They do shows where they bring in guests from time to time. I believe they're out in LA this week, and the show had Vic Mensa on as a guest today. And for those who don't know, I'm not gonna get too far into it because only so much I know about this. I do know this: Akademiks had a YouTube page called War in Chiraq. It was very detrimental to Chiraq. It was very detrimental to everything going on in Chicago with the killings and everything like that. Listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Just take a side note real quick. I know what powers I have in my very small Gregorian YouTube channel. By the way, 70,000 subscribers in my 1 year of growing this thing. Proud of that. I know what powers I have and I know what powers I don't have. I get emails and DMs all the time. Some from my hometown city, some from other places in the South like Atlanta, Charlotte, wherever. And I get DMs from, you know, I'm not even in my hometown anymore. I don't live there anymore. And I get DMs from people that want me to talk about beef thing. I get requests for interviews, to do interviews with people you might have heard of that want to do interviews and they want to talk about the wrong stuff. A lot of times I decline that. Usually I won't talk about an artist. And I know people ask me all the time, why you don't talk about more local artists? I look at it like this. I look at it like an NBA player. I don't talk about a lot of college basketball athletes in a very critical way because I want them to get to the professional level. When you reach a certain level in rap, I consider you a professional and you can be able to take some of the critiques to your music or the moves you're making. Until you get to that point, I'm not talking about you. Until you get to that point, I'm not just going to sit around and talk about local artists every day because I know I have power in my position and I refuse to do that. So Akademiks, you want to step up into this lane, you got to also take the good with the bad with the good, and there you have to realize there's a lot of harm that has been created not only because of you, but you sensationalize a lot of what was already going on in a very crime-infested city in Chicago, and a lot of people blame you for sensationalizing a lot of it. I'll just leave that at that because I respect what Akademiks is doing. I respect that brother a lot. But when these kids, you see these kids getting into fights in school and it's viral online. That didn't happen when I was in school. I caught right before social media got crazy. When we got in fights, like it just happened on cell phone videos, but niggas switched out phones every 6 months. So it never hit the internet. Now you got these kids that's got to see they fights online. It's trending. It's got 100,000 retweets. Everybody retweeting it. It's everywhere in the world. And it's the same thing with grown people and like teens and people, you know, seeing themselves online on YouTube and 200, 300,000 views. There's a responsibility in what we do. So I'm careful with what I do, what I choose to talk about and what I don't. I have a responsibility. Certain things I'm not going to talk about. When a rapper hits me up and want to just talk about what's going on in the city, want to get on here and gossip, I ain't doing it. You can go to other platforms for that. They got you covered. Trust me. They got you covered. That ain't what I want to do with my platform because it's detrimental and it's killing people. It's killing people. So when you hear Vic Mensa get at Akademiks, some of it I thought was warranted. Some of it I didn't. I'm like, okay, Vic, you got the right to be, you know, call him out. He did ask the question to you. But at the same time, you got to hold your own people accountable for their actions. So, I mean, it's very tricky stuff. And to be honest with you, my overall reaction to it is I get both sides of it. I really do. Akademiks has grew channels and grew a lot of them. He got like 5, 6 banging YouTube channels out there. But when you make one solely on what's going on in Chicago, and Vic was right about it. You think he would come into Chicago and talk some of that stuff that he's doing? You think he'd do that? I find it hard to believe. I find it hard to believe. A whole YouTube channel dedicated to that might have been a little bit too much. Because, and if I'm Akademiks, I'm coming out and giving some money back to Chicago. That's one thing that I like to do with my channel. Like I tell y'all all the time, we're trying to find ways to help schools in Memphis. or wherever it is. Memphis is a lot of my content came from there, so I'm trying to help schools. That's what, and I want to start it in Memphis. We're gonna do that in the next calendar year with my platform. You have a responsibility, and maybe Akademiks could kind of ease that tension with Chicago by giving some money back to the school. You know what I'm saying? It's like you took so much in Vic Mensa's terms. That's what he believes. Like, you took so much from lies. The best thing for a PR move and the right thing to do morally is maybe give back a little bit if you're Akademiks. But for Vic to kind of solely blame people like Akademiks, that's not right either. So I really get both sides of it. Like, it's tough. That is a tough thing because it's good content, man. People were clicking on that. You think I don't have the right? Look, y'all think I couldn't be more bigger than what I could be right now? It's a story that I've been hanging on. A rapper hit me up and was like, look, bruh, I want to get on camera and talk about what I'm going to do to this dude when I see him. That's all I'm going to say. It's 2 Memphis rappers. One Memphis rapper, one local. He's talking about what he want to do to a mainstream rapper. I let the DM sit up there and collect dust. I don't want no parts of it. And when you're talking about that situation with Ak, and Vic Mensa, I would like for Joe Budden to step in and take up for his co-host to an extent. Like, what do you, like, I don't even know Akademiks like that. I don't know him like that. But damn, bro, you got a co-host on there. His responsibility to an extent is to be, like, it's the brother syndrome. Whoever it is, me and a bigger cousin, we could get into it. But you don't get the right to talk about that person. You don't got that right. So when you step in, that's when I step in. I'm the only one that can talk about him or judge that cousin or whatever it is. You don't get that right. And that's where I think Joe could have stepped in and cut that off. Joe just sits up here and let people go at Akademiks left and right. Sit up there and let them go at them like that. It's crazy to me. And that's a co-host. The word co-host. That's somebody who's supposed to go to battle with you. I would hope that brother understand that he getting used in this shit. That's real talk. And I'm so happy for him. It's like, damn, bro, you got to look at the signs. Niggas using you. Anyways, very controversial thing. I want y'all to check it out. I'll post a link in the comment section below. Talk to me and tell me what you think about this interview with Vic Mensa and Akademiks. All right, it's a very heartfelt interview, and I'm glad Vic Mensa got what was off his chest. Asked the question, and Vic gave him a response. He's told him, look, man, you took so much from Chicago. You a bitch. That's what he called him straight up in the interview. He's like, you a bitch. And I wanted to tell you that when I see you. And it's like, you can't go there. Listen, I'm not stupid. I watch content. I watch content that Akademiks is involved in. I watch the Everyday Struggle show from time to time. And I enjoy Joe Budden's podcast. I just hope Akademiks understands this, I don't have anything to gain from it. I don't know the brother like that. I don't know him like that. I hope he understands this. And because I don't have a relationship with him behind the scenes, I would have told him this behind the scenes, but I don't know him. I hope he understands that everybody's using him, and I hope that Complex Paycheck is good, because he came from behind the camera to do Complex. And it's like you doing this show, but everybody's eating off you. Like, there's no reason why Complex should be tweeting out Vic Mensa confronts your teams. They're supposed to be taking up for you. You work for them. Like, that's not what it's supposed to be today. It's good content. Don't get me wrong, but you don't got anybody going to battle for you. When you out in the water, Complex ain't taking up for you. Like, and you got all these rappers that you done talked about for so long, and you're such a powerful figure in media. All these people been wanting to see your face for so long. That's why I refuse to start behind the camera. I wanted to start in front of the camera, then move behind and in front, back and forth, because you have all these people who've been wanting to see who are you behind this computer screen for so long. It's so much tension filled within you, and I think you took it to another place with the Chicago, the War in Chiraq channel. I think that might have been the thing that put it over the top. And the fact that you don't got nobody fighting for you, my brother, I hope that Complex Paycheck is worth it. What do you think about this whole situation? Vic Mensa calls Akademiks a bitch for the War in Chiraq YouTube channel. I want your opinions on it. Talk to me in the comment box below. What do you think about what I said about Joe not taking up for him? I just think Joe need to go to. You need to take up for your man. That's some whole shit to me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to Joe Budden. I think he has the best hip hop podcast out right now. I watch Joe Budden's podcast. Every week it comes out. I really love it, but man, it doesn't seem like he'll go to war for Act like he'll go to war for Rory. That's just my opinion on that. Thank you for the time, love, support. Don't take it for granted. Salute. Yeah, I'm out. If you're looking to book me for an interview video or by phone, if you're looking to have your music or your skill featured on my daily podcast, if you're looking to book me for a speaking engagement to help motivate some kids, if you're looking to have me rock some of your clothing to help promote your brand, make sure you hit me up at booking@itsmrtaliaferro.com. Again, that's booking@itsmrtaliaferro.com.